So hi Dave, it's good to meet. It's good to finally talk to you like this.
Yeah, pleasure. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be fun asking questions and going over a few things. We get a lot of questions on, shipping and stuff like that. If you only order a small amount of silver, it kind of kills a good deal, they say, but you got to realize what it costs to ship everything and insure it.
100%. So, on that question, I've seen the comments on your video, and then, we don't get too many on ours, but people, sometimes will squawk about $25 shipping. So when we order wholesale or just even ourselves, what we do, so we do free shipping for dealers if they were to order, so if it's 500 ounces or more. So typically on silver, if you are able to order 500 ounces or more, you get free shipping. Otherwise, shipping is $20 to $25, and that's under 500 ounces of silver. So on gold is 10 ounces of gold or 15 ounces, then you get free shipping. There is US Mint distributor that's 15 ounces of gold, a couple minimum. So if you're ordering under 15 ounces of gold, you're going to be paying, um, you know, $25 shipping. So like when we buy, so if somebody was to buy 1 ounce gold bars from us and we sell them for, $25 over spot, and we're ordering them at just say $12 to $15 right now, I'd actually be losing money on selling 1 ounce, gold bar if we, even on the free shipping. So that's where, yeah, we definitely try and help out as many people as possible, but our average order is about $9,000. So
Wow.
if we get anything less than $1,000, we lose money. So that's why we've kind of kept it at $1,000. So just give an example on say silver rounds, we're ordering in bulk at 55 cents to 50 cents. So if we're selling them at $1.25, we have 70 cents to work on. So if somebody orders 40, it's $28, and then shipping cost us 20 bucks. There's just no profit there. So if we did under that, we'd actually be losing money. So that's why we keep it at that $1,000 mark, because that's kind of our sweet spot. I know some of the online dealers do $200, but you're paying for that on the one to 19 ounce price, or 20 to 99, which we used to have that pricing structure, but um, I just want to push as much volume as possible and just help and get as many people into metals as possible. So that's why we kept the pricing structure the way it is. And then just the small orders just generally take the most amount of time, which we love. I want to help out everybody, but just time wise, again, if that's our average order, we just got to focus on what works. But we are getting a new website here that's going to streamline things, so we'll be able to handle more orders in just volume. So I'm hopeful we'll be able to get, the shipping down, and we can get it to where we can just have just, max have just, again, just get the volume. So that way we're able to handle, shipping. That's something where we're trying to work. I know on FedEx last year, we spent about $75,000, and then between UPS and USPS, the cost were another, say about, 10,000. And then on our insurance cost roughly about 10,000. So, we're looking at a six-figure amount that we were able to cover for shipping last year. So it's a fine line to, kind of keep a balance between, what we can do to give free shipping and then still be able to make a profit and help people out.
Yeah, because
And we, biggest thing that I told you, we had 0 packages lost. So that's the reason why we ship with FedEx and UPS and not USPS, is we had 0 lost packages last year.
and that's amazing, really, because nothing a little more nerve wracking if you have something coming and it's late. You want to know that it's safe. So that's a great record. And with us, if we're going to make a purchase through you, we know that the pricing structure is so low that we usually try to save up a little bit more and make a bigger purchase at one time through you. It's kind of better for us in a way too, because we can really watch the market and get it right at the right time. And it's like I say, it makes the shipping better for you too. It's kind of better for everybody that way.
Yeah, it's definitely a win-win. So that's the biggest thing. We want to help people out. So we encourage people, if you only have $200, $500 a month to spend, then, we recommend, or we, try and help to where, just make an order 1 month and then make an order the next month, and then we'll ship it to you. As long as you're okay to wait. I mean, I understand everybody wants to get the product in hand, and we want to get the product in your hand as quickly as possible too. I don't like orders, sitting in our safes. want to get in your hands as quickly as possible. But that's the best approach. That way, you can maximize savings. So that's what we recommend.
And you really do maximize savings when you buy through you, Dave, because some of your premiums are so much lower than other people, and it's regular. That's the thing I like about working with you. It's like whenever I go on there, I don't really see anything crazy. And just something I hadn't seen in a real long time I'd like to mention was a week or so ago that you had 100-ounce bars at spot deal, and I haven't seen a spot deal like that in a very long time. So yeah, if you could buy a little bit more or just save up a little bit longer, that definitely makes a lot more sense because it all comes down to dollar cost averaging in the end, and that's just the best way to do it. It really is.
100%. We actually had a flash sale we're going to do on 600-ounce Royal Canadian Mint bars, and they sold before we were able to even get the video out. So a lot of the products that I want to put on the videos don't make it on the videos. So we wanted to do another deal today, but that didn't make it today. So sometimes that happens. But so yeah, that's one thing that we've taken with approach is we've gone to where just have a small office and just kept overhead as low as possible, just so we can have the best prices possible and maximize, savings. So I just always want to have the cheapest prices out there possible that we can give.
Yeah, because like that the last several months we haven't bought very much because we wouldn't have been able to buy very much over the last several months, and we've saved up a little bit. We'll be able to make a nice purchase this month, but that's just the way you can save money. Also, like your premiums are so low on gold. That's kind of like your margins on that are real tight because gold moves quite a bit daily. So I don't know how you maintain such low prices on that.
Well, how we do that is just my philosophy is just turn and burn. So we get it in, daily. So just move it quick. So that way you're not, don't have that price risk. And then, so it's a win-win for everybody. So if we're able to get stuff bought and then we're able to pass that savings on to everybody, that's the ultimate win-win. So that's what we try and do is just get product in quick and then move it. So that's why we're able to offer the prices we're able to offer is we get stuff in, just turnaround time has to be very quick. Otherwise, we would not be able to offer the prices we're able to do.
Yeah, because I've thought about that often when I see gold move $40 in a day. It's like, boy, if it goes down $40 in a day, it's not really great for someone that's got a lot of it and he paid a higher price. So I got kind of a fun question for you. Do you stack yourself?
100%. So I personally have not missed a month of buying since October 2008. So just consistently save. I don't try and time the market. I just stay on a disciplined approach plan to save metals in my portfolio.
Yeah, I like that because I've talked to dealers that sell a lot before, and when I ask them that question, like, oh no, I don't stack at all, and it's like I find it so like surprising because if you're working with metals all the time, it just seems like you'd naturally be a stacker, but
Yeah, 100%. I have several friends in the industry, and they're work with some of the top companies in our industry, and they personally don't stack regularly themselves. So they'll buy land or other things. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that's definitely another way to go too. Like all those 10-ounce stacker bars you just got in, they usually carry a higher premium than just regular other bars. I've always noticed that about them. If I would get a shipment like that in, I would be so tempted to try to keep them all for myself because I love those things.
Yeah, definitely. They cost, if I have to order them wholesale from a US Mint distributor, they're actually selling for $1.05 over spot. So
Wow.
price we're getting them at or selling them right now is we couldn't come close to ordering those.
Yep,
So
we're definitely going to get a few of them if there's any left by the end of the video because they look like they sold good.
they're great bars. They're very nice. The ones we have in, I mean, yeah, they're almost basically brand new.
So what type of stuff do you like to stack, Dave, if you don't mind me asking?
Personally, so I used to like Chinese pandas, gold or silver. So ever since 2011, I was saving in Chinese pandas, but now it's tough to get out of China, so they're taxable. So basically, 2022, we haven't been able to get a really good cheap source on them. But personally, that's what I was saving in my own personal portfolio. And then I basically just stack weight and volume just because of just storage is such an issue. So I just focus on stacking as much, weight and volume as we can.
And that's what we like to do too. We like to stack the cheapest premium stuff we can. So another question I have was, you have a pretty good demand, and most dealers do for Eagles, don't you?
Yeah, Eagles, we try and move Eagles as quickly as possible. Just Eagles, I mean, obviously last year the premiums were crazy. So, but yeah, we have a great demand, especially surprisingly like in paired Eagles. If we get any Eagles that are toned and spotted right now, we have tons of dealers like just standing orders or just constant. As soon as they're in, they're gone. But backdate Eagles are moving pretty good for us right now. 2024s, a little bit slower than what I expected, but we're still moving boxes of them. But just retail wise, 2024s, I know we got backdates versus 2024s, 50-cent difference. So it's not moving as quite as fast as what I thought on 2024s, but definitely backdate silver American Eagles and impaired or spotted or tarnished silver Eagles are moving very quickly.
Yeah, we don't stack those. We don't have very many of them because of the premium that they carry. We'd rather get more weight when we purchase them, but we do notice them. They go fast when people have them, and they got a good price on them, like you do.
Well, just where they're at right now. I mean, last year we weren't moving much on silver eagles, especially when obviously premiums got up to, I think we got as high as 14, 15. I know one point to order wholesale is $16. So
Wow.
Eagles weren't moving quick last year. I mean, as soon as we got silver Eagles in a 90% silver, I was dumping it as fast as we got it. I just didn't want to hold on to it because I didn't trust the market. And it just, we saw that free fall. So March, April, May last year, the market was up. And then June and July, the market tanked on silver Eagles and 90% silver. And then by the end of July, premiums kind of leveled to almost where we're at now, at about where we're selling it at $4 or lower. That market has still historically high on silver eagles right now than where we've had been in the past. Because I remember back in 2015 and 16, we would get silver eagles from the U.S. Mint distributors at 2.25, and then we sell them at $2.50 over spot on boxes. So
And
the
that's really not
market's
bad.
no, I mean, then it was great. So historically, silver eagles are a little bit higher than where they have been, but given these are the cheapest premiums we've had on silver eagles since 2019.
Do you think premiums might stay like this for some time now?
Yeah, so we're pretty in tune. So we work, with largest holders, and we work with the largest wholesalers in the United States, and in particular, the largest private mint in the United States. So rounds and bars, premiums are, I think we're going to stay, where we're at for next several months until, till the Fed. I think once the Fed lowers rates, I think we're going to see a change in metals. I mean, low premiums and low spot don't last forever, so I don't see these lasting for many months. But we got a period here where we have low premiums. There's kind of been like a sovereign mint war going on between the U.S. Mint distributors and just say just Canadian maples and other especially backdate sovereign mints, because distributors had oversupply of 2023 silver maples or 2023 philharmonics, so they had extra supply from last year that carried over, and then people that sold back to them. So there's really good premiums and prices on those right now. But we're in a coin dealers group, and premiums on those are really cheap right now.
Yeah.
It's
Well, we're loving that.
I
Yeah.
don't think those can be withstained. Because I mean, right now on 2024 gold eagles and 2024 like gold buffaloes, we're ordering them at if we're ordering volume, it's 3.25, and the 3.75 depending on what volume you're doing. So that's actually higher than what we're selling like backdate eagles right now, or say backdate gold buffaloes. So I don't see premiums on sovereigns getting a whole lot cheaper. I think something's going to give here. So I think we're going to see a difference in probably 2 to 3 months. If I had to, guess on that market. But on rounds and bars, I think we're going to stay low here for a period of time until the market really changes. This is the time to buy. I mean, this is a buyer's market right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot of times when you see stuff going up, a lot of people start getting in for some reason. It's almost like they buy more when premiums are going up and prices are going up. You ever see that in your business?
100%. Human nature. I mean, last March, we sold the most of any other month, and that's when we had the couple banks fell. Silicon Valley Bank, failed, and then premiums and demand just took off. So 100% March of last year, and then October of last year were actually surprisingly, since 2011, our two best selling months. And then even going back when COVID happened, August of 2020 was one of our best selling months when gold hit an all-time high. And then the silver Reddit deal in February of 2021, when everybody was kind of rushing in and getting silver, and silver went up. That was, we sold more silver at that point than we ever had before, up until March of last year. So it's always the opposite. People, hear it in the news and they get excited and they rush in and buy. We see it all the time. And, even though you try and encourage people to take a rational approach and just, like I said, I encourage people to just, I walk the talk, to buy every month and just keep a solid discipline approach. Just human nature, just people see a market go up. Whether it's crypto, stocks, whatever it is, they rush into it. The public always chases yesterday's news.
Like right now, silver's not loved so much, but it's just a buyer's market, like you said. We're going to try to take advantage of as much as we can right now. So another thing, there's a very popular dealer on our way. His name's Tim Mushrow. And he said that every time he goes to the bank with cash and stuff like that, he has kind of a hard time, and they're charging him just to deposit cash now. They're charging him a premium, to a percentage or so, just to deposit cash. Is that happening to you too, or?
So we got a letter in the mail. I'm just stating they were going to close our account, and so we had to adjust and get. We got a couple other bank accounts right away. We have 4 bank accounts now, but it's when I had U.S. Bank, they came a couple days after our account from First National Bank was closed last year, and they were going to charge us 38 cents per $100 that we deposit. So they came up after 2 months, and they came back with us with a deal. We had to keep $300,000 deposits, or at all times I had to keep $300,000 in our bank account, which they said that was our average, plus balance. And then they were going to give us like 2.2% interest, and we get charged 18 cents for every $100 that I deposit cash. So I would literally lose thousands of dollars. I mean, we deal 20% of our business is cash. And I've tried to get that down more this year, just because, again, the banks, aren't just not acceptable cash. So that's why we have 4 different banks. So I don't deposit cash at U.S. Bank, and then we'll use 2 other regional banks where I'll deposit cash. And then we have a small bank, which I really haven't done any business with them, but we do have that as a backup for more of a personal relationship. So yes, we're in a coin dealer group, and other coin dealers are getting charged for cash deposits all over the U.S. So this is something that's going on. Doesn't matter what region or part of the U.S. you're in, banks are charging for cash deposits. But that changed now that now that we got a cost of capital. Now that interest rates are higher, banks are more apt because they need cash.
So do you buy from the public? And how does somebody go about doing that?
Yes, we do buy from the public. We're by appointment. Now we changed that back in 2020 because in City of Omaha, where we have an office, we were a retail store for 8+ years. The city passed an ordinance where they wanted fingerprints, photographs, and signatures when people sell. So we came to an office where we're by appointment, so we can keep things, so we know who's coming through. We get stuff all over the U.S. that people sell to us because they know we pay younger than, whatever their area they're at. So we get stuff.
So if someone has a little bit of something they want to get rid of it, they can contact you, and you'll buy it if it fits the business, right?
Definitely. Yep. And then usually our payments, we pay cash, bank wire, cashier's checks, or e-checks. That's how we pay. So we want quickest payments as possible. So that's how we pay people.
Yeah. So the payment plan we use, what's that?
Yeah, it's the same thing, e-checks.
Yeah.
E-check.
So you set that up.
Yeah, I
for us.
did. It works out nice.
Sometimes checks can take, a day to 3 days to clear.
Yeah, that electronic payment system that you and my brother set up, that's great because for us, it's no hassle at all. We know the money's there and it's all done with. I used to buy from the bullion companies, some of them, and if I wanted to save money, you should mail, usually if you mail in a check, that's the cheapest way to go. But then you're talking about a week for them to get it, and some of them take a week to clear it, and you have to worry about it getting there. And then, you're 3 weeks out before your product comes back. So it's kind of a little bit nerve wracking. And the way we do it with you, it's so much easier.
Yep.
E-checks are the way to go. They're our #1 payment method.
You plan on staying on in business for quite some time, right? You ain't planning on going anywhere on us, are you?
Oh, so we actually got, we're going to be making our own silver bars. So we have a machine from China that's actually should be shipping here in the next couple of days. So we're going to have 7 different sizes of bars that we're going to be making. So we're going to have half-ounce bars, 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce, kilo, and 100-ounce bars that we're going to be making ourselves.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, so it'll be a game changer. So we'll be able to get more cheap product out. So we'll make hopefully make more people happy by having just even more cheap prices for you.
That just keeps getting better. So what would you do? Would you buy what they call silver shot?
Yeah, so we're gonna get silver grain and silver shot, and then make the bars.
Wow, that's going to be cool to see. You're going to have your logo on it or something?
Yes, so one of the first initial designs, we got our logo, and then it actually says "Go Away Fed" instead of "Go Big Red." We're kind of making a joke of that. So that's one of our designs. We have another design, so we're actually working with the largest private men. We're gonna make kilo and 100-ounce bars, and then so that they can focus on making the Union Liberty bars and then rounds that everybody loves. So it's just there's just not enough minutes in the day.
Yep, when your new stuff comes out, we want to be on the list to get one.
Yeah, we sure do.
You'll be you'll be the first to get them. We'll send them up.
Awesome.
Yep, it sounds great, Dave. I appreciate you taking the time today to talk with us and go over your company like you do and explain to people, why things work the way they do a little bit more and why you're able to keep prices where you're at. If I do my dollar cost averaging on my purchases just based on premiums alone, I know that the numbers with you are going to be a lot better,
Well, big thank you guys. I really guys appreciate you guys spreading the word, and you guys have never asked for anything back. So just everybody, you guys are genuine and they're really trying to help.
So, Dave, I listened to a couple of your videos where you talk about gold leasing. And, to be honest with you, I really not quite positive on how all that works. And if someone was interested in taking advantage of that, how much money you would probably need to start or think about getting into something like that? Do you think that that's for the average stacker?
So I think you really on silver, you'd have to have thousands of ounces of silver to really make it work. And then on gold, I would suggest, at least 20 to 30 plus ounces of gold to make this work. So this would be for excess supply that you are putting your capital to work.
Okay.
That's where I think would make sense for, but it would also, let's just say you're, who knows what your circumstance in life is, but let's say you're 70, 80, and you're going to keep this at your house or you have an apartment and you don't want to store because it's too much risk. So monetary metals would make complete sense for you because instead of you paying storage fees, they are storing the gold for you and you're earning interest. So that would make all the sense in the world for somebody that has concern about just storage or security of that storage. Monetary metals would be the perfect solution for somebody like that. So you don't have to have a whole lot of capital, but there is certain minimums on the lease. But that's who would make sense for it. But I always and promote monetary metals for somebody that has excess capital or for the person that can't store the metal physically themselves.
Because I hear, that's one of the arguments we see in the comments from time to time where people will say, well, you don't get no dividends on silver and gold, so it's not really growing for you unless the spot price goes up. So a lot of people would rather go into crypto or into treasury bonds and things like that, where they're, they kind of have a good idea how much they're going to get on a return every year. The only reason why we kind of don't really like that well, I mean, they might be good for certain times in history, but right now we don't feel that we should have a lot of our money into the dollar right now. It just doesn't seem like it used to back in the day,
100%. Well, I mean, all 180 roughly fiat currencies in the world, every single currency has been down over 100% versus gold and silver in the last 2 decades. So you don't want to hold any currencies. You want to hold real money outside the system.
Yep.
And monetary is a financial game changer. They have changed the narrative that gold doesn't pay interest and it doesn't pay dividends. So any financial advisor that says that, but monetary metals has changed that narrative, and they are a gold bank or a silver bank that pays you interest on your precious metals.
That's something me and my brother are going to actually look into, because we don't have a massive amount of silver. That would work for us because, like you say, we have to store it. We don't keep it at our house, so it's kind of, when we want to make a video or do something, we have to go get it anyway. So that'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a video coming up, and my friend Grayson Geiler did a example. So if you were to buy gold in 1975 when gold was legal, or buy a rolling 1-year CD, so 1975 you just bought a CD, and each year that rolled over, this is excluding taxes, it went up over 10 times. If you would have bought gold, it went up more, or when it went up almost the same, but over 10 times. But if you would have had, say, monetary metals, if you would have bought, and just even 2.5% interest was put out a small amount, you have over 30 times your money.
Wow.
So that's a life-changing example in just a short period of time of just earning interest on your capital, just letting your precious metal stack work for you by earning interest.
You are one of the few guys I've ever seen where you put out what you buy stuff at and then what you sell it at. When it comes to almost anybody that you buy bullion from, you really don't know what they purchased it for. You know what I mean? So it's like full transparency.
And that's what we've had since day one. Even on the website, we would always have our sell and buy prices right on our products. And then just keeping up on it's tough because we do most of our business is wholesale. But yeah, we want full transparency. You're automatically going to know what we're buying something for and what we're selling it. There has to be that transparency, because that way you know what your downside is and what the what you need to make back your premium. Because what is, the silver price you're paying is spot plus premium, obviously. But then when you go to sell back, you need to know how much of the premium you're going to lose or how much we're going to pay over spot to be able to buy that back premium. So that transparency is paramount to knowing exactly what you're getting. I don't care who you're dealing with. Always try and deal with somebody that has buy and sell price, because you know 100% that's an honest dealer, and that's who you want to deal with. It doesn't matter what part of the U.S. or where in the world you're at. That's who you want to deal with.
So Dave, me and my brother love fractional silver, but the premiums are high.
Is there any way you can source fractional silver at good pricing, or is it very hard to do?
So fractional silver, just given where the silver price is right now, you're correct, it is high. So it's even hard for myself, just wholesale, to get fractional silver. There's a few places we can get it. Coins obviously are going to be a lot higher. That's why we're trying to fill a little gap in the marketplace and make half-ounce silver bars. So that way we can have a low premium half-ounce fractional bar for people, and understand that some people want 4th ounce silver bars. So it is tough to find and source to get cheap fractional silver, just where the price of silver is at right now. I think once we get silver prices to $40-50, which we've seen, fractional silver becomes a lot more available and just more in demand, because then at that point it's a little bit tougher for people to buy $40-50 at a time. And if somebody that's your regular buyer that's buying $200 a month, that's only 4 ounces of silver then. So fractional silver would be perfect for them. So to answer that, yes, what exactly are you looking for? I can tell you a price.
That's what I was looking for, and I didn't look at it the way that you just explained it. Yeah, if silver did get up to $40, $50 an ounce. Fractional actually probably, it would make more sense.
So I had a store in Idaho in 2011. So my starting inventory was $41.76 on silver. So I used to carry 1 cent ounce fractional silver, and we had 1/4 ounce and 1/2 ounce. And we used to sell the heck out of it. Now that silver, we're at $23 roughly an ounce right now. We just don't have a lot of people asking about fractional silver, so that's why we haven't carried it. But that's where I think once we can get some 1/2 ounce bars at a low cost premium, I'm curious to see how that's going to work and sell.
And you're going to be making 1/2 ounce bars, you said?
Correct.
So that's pretty good right there. I mean, 1/2 ounce is good,
Yeah.
especially if you're going to be able to get a quantity of them like that. That's nice.
But 90% silver was so cheap there for so long that it filled in the gap for fractional ounce and 1 cent ounce and 1/2 ounce silver.
Yeah.
So now that the premiums on 90% now have come back down, but last year, fractional silver would have made a little bit more sense just because of the prices where 90% was at. And I think we're going to see a lot more demand for fractional silver.
Yeah, because I mean, I love the smaller pieces of silver, and if you're going to use it, a lot of people buy silver, especially the 90%, with the thought that they could use it as barter at some point in time if they needed to.
It's the cheapest way to buy. So how did you guys first get started in the precious metals?
So my brother started buying silver at like pawn shops and stuff like that for a while, and
Yeah.
I had a little bit of silver saved up over the years. We just decided to start adding more to it together. We used to not live together, so once we started living together and pooling some resources, we had more extra money around, and we was like, we might as well start stacking some silver and gold because we see the price of things going up, and we think there's a pretty good potential for the metals to maintain their value for over the long haul. And I'm 20 years older than my brother, so it makes perfect sense for me to be able to stack. And if I don't ever use it, I can always leave it to him. So if people are looking for certain types of things, is it easy for them to call you up and ask for what they want, even if it's not on your webpage?
Definitely. So definitely call or email, and we'll try and source and get whatever you may like or need. I don't know whether that's coins, currency, at the cheapest price possible. So we have a lot of good dealer network friends and a lot of wholesale relationships. So if there's anything specifically, the products that we put on the videos and on our price sheet, we can't fit everything on there. So
Yeah.
best to just keep this video simple, so that way we're not overwhelming things. But by all means, please email or call, and we'll work hard to get the best prices possible for whatever you might need.
So that's it, guys. If you guys are looking for quantity of something or something that's kind of hard to find, Dave probably be able to help you out with that. So we really want to say thanks to you for that, Dave.
Thanks a whole lot, Dave.
Hey, big thank you, guys. I really appreciate it, gentlemen. I generally heartfelt thank you for all you guys are doing, and let's keep it going.
Yeah, and one of those extra rounds that we got, we sent that Don't Tread on Me round to Cranky. Stacking, you're well aware of him.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, we sent him one of those rounds the other day. He should have gotten it today. Maybe he'll get it tomorrow. We sent him a flag to go along with it. So now the cat's out of the bag. But there's a few other things in there too we're not going to mention. But thank you so much, Dave. We really appreciate your time today and for answering all of our questions and treating the stacking community like gold. We appreciate that.
I very much appreciate it, gentlemen. Let's do this again.
Okay, thank you
All
so
right.
much, Dave.
Two brothers stacking
Out.
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 All right, Dave. I appreciate you, man.